Hi, good morning my dear students. Today we are going to learn a new chapter, that is squares and square roots. So let us see first of all what is square. When a number is multiplied by itself, we can say it is the square of that number. So just say that a into a equals a square, we know that. So here the a's power of this a is raised to 2, that is a square. Okay, a multiplied with a, then we got a square. Same way, just to see that 1 into 1 square, 2 into 2 square, 3 into 3 square, 4 into 4 square, like that. Okay, so the answer is also 1 into 1 square, that equals 1, 2 square equals 4, 3 square 9, 4 square 16, 5 square 24, like that. So here we just consider numbers 1 to 10 and its squares are given here. 1, 4, 9, 60, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81 and 100. These are the numbers we can call, they are the perfect squares in between 1 and 100. There are only 10 numbers that are the perfect square, we can consider as perfect square. So what is perfect square? So here 100 is a perfect square. Why? So it can be obtained by multiplying 10 and 10, 10 into 10. So a perfect square is what? It can be obtained by multiplying a number by itself. Okay. So here 81 is a perfect square. Okay. So these are the numbers, that answers that we are getting. So just look at this and we can find some specialities on this. So just see the numbers, last digit of these numbers. So here some numbers are missing. That means 2 is not there, 3 is not there, 7 and 8. So if you continue this after 10, 11, 12 up to 30, 40 or 100, then we can see, we can check the last digit of these numbers. We can see that there will not be any number ending with 2, 3 and 7, 8. Okay, so there is a property that we can understand. If a number's last digit is 2, 3, 7 or 8, any of these numbers, then that number is not a perfect square. Okay, so directly that means 0, 1, then 4, 5, 6, 9. The perfect squares last digits will be only from this 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 and 9. Okay, so if these all numbers with the ending to these numbers are not perfect square, but still when we check a number, is it a perfect square or not, we can just check that if it is ending with these 4 numbers, they are not a perfect square. So when we calculate this 100, this 10 into 10, we are getting 100. So here we know that 2 zeros are there for 100. Okay, so that is one another property of the square. So all squares ending with zeros, they may have one even number as zeros. Even number of zeros. Okay, so that means if it is 20, 20 into 20 we are getting 400. So here also 2 zeros. Okay, then if it is 50 into 50, here also 2 zeros. So whenever we check the perfect square numbers, its zeros, number of zeros will be an even number. Okay, so then only we can say that is a perfect square. But just this 600, it has 2 zeros, but it is not a perfect square. So all numbers ending with zeros, if it has a 2 even number, then it is not a perfect square. But it should be. Whenever you check one number, if it is a perfect square, it has number of zeros as even number. That means 2 zeros, 4 zeros, 6 zeros, like that. Okay, if it is odd number 1 0, 2, 3 0, 5 0, like that, then that is not a perfect square. So here the square of a number is connected with the sum of odd numbers. So here 1, we know the first odd number is 1. So 1's square is 1. But 2's square is what? Sum of first 2 odd numbers. Which are they? 1 and 3. 1 plus 3, that equals 4. So here 2's square is 4 and the sum of first 2 odd numbers, that also 4. Same way 3. First 3 odd numbers. 1 plus 3 plus 5, that equals 9. That is the square of 3. Then 4. First 4 odd numbers. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7. 16. Then 5 square. First 5 odd numbers. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9, that equals 25. Okay. So there is a connection between the sum of first odd numbers and the number. Okay. So the sum of first n odd numbers is n square. Okay. So from this we got that. One another property that we can understand from this. So here 2 is one even number. Its square 4 also one even number, and 3 is one odd number. Its square 9 also one odd number. Here 6 is even number. Its square also even number. 5 is odd number. Its square also odd number. So it is one another property. What is that? The square of one even number is also a even number, and the square of one odd number is also an odd number. Okay, so that is the one another property that we can observe from this chapter. Okay, now let us see how can we find the square of a number. So we know that when a number is multiplied by itself, we are getting its square. So here 32. What is the square of 32? 32 into 32. We have to multiply here 32 and 32, and you will get answer. So one another way to find this. We can use one distributive property of multiplication, that is 32 can be written as 30 plus 2. So 32 square can be written as 30 plus 2 whole square. So this 30 plus 2 whole square is what? 30 plus 2 into 30 plus 2. Okay, so 30 plus 2 into 30 plus 2, that is 30 plus 2 all square. So how we will multiply? With this 30 we want to multiply this 2, and with this 2 also we want to multiply this and add. So that is 30 into 30 plus 2 and plus 2 into 30 plus 2. Okay, so here 30 into 30, we know that 900. 60 plus 4. So here what will come? 900 plus 60 plus 60, 120, 1024. 1024. This is the square of 32. Without multiplying that, if we use this method, we will get answer for this. Okay, so this is the distributive property that in this way we can find. So if we use one identity, you know that a plus b whole square equals a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so if we use this, also we can find, because it is 30 plus 2 whole square, that is a plus b whole square. Just to say 30 plus 2 whole square equals a square is 30 square plus 2 into a is 30 into 2 plus 2 square. Okay, so 30 square is what? 900. 2 into 30, 60 into 2, 120 plus 4. That time also you will get this answer. Next, let us see one another important property of squares, that is Pythagorean triplet. Triplet. From that word itself you have to know that there will be 3 numbers. It has some specialities. So if you take A, B, C as 3 numbers, natural numbers, then A square plus B square equals C square, then only we can say these 3 numbers are Pythagorean triplet. If A square plus B square equals C square, then we can say these numbers are Pythagorean. In this format we have to. So when we solve questions, so we are taking that number as m, and it should be greater than 1 and 2m, then m square minus 1, m square plus 1. These will be 3 Pythagorean triplet. Okay, so one of the number if you get, we can find the other 2 numbers and we can form that triplet. So here Find the Pythagorean triplet if one of the number is 8. 8 is the smallest number in that Pythagorean triplet. So how can we find it? Okay, so here we are taking the smallest number, that is with the first number, 2m equals 8. Okay, one number we got. So what is value of m? 8 by 2, that is 4. Next number will be m square minus 1. M square minus 1, that is m is 4. 4 square minus 1, that equals what? 16 minus 1 is 15. Here we got the second number. First number was 8, second number is 15. Then third number is m square plus 1. 4 square plus 1. 16 plus 1, that is 17. We got the third number. So here in this Pythagorean triplet, the smallest number was 8, next number is 15 and 17. This is the Pythagorean triplet. We can check it. How can we check it? So it should be 8 square plus 15 square equals 17 square. Okay, so 8 square. What is 8 square? 64. 15 square? 225. Equals what? 289. Okay, 289 is the square of 70. We can verify it. So this is the way to find the Pythagorean triplet. Okay, one of the number you will get. So by using this, these are the three numbers in Pythagorean triplet: 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1. Okay, if the smallest number, then you can use this 2m is we are taking as 8. From that we have to find m. Then use this in this form, and you just solve like this. You will get an answer. Okay. Now I am going to give a shortcut method for finding squares. This is the one of the best method and easiest method that you can use throughout your life in your coming future. When you are going to higher classes or wherever it is, you can use this method. This is one of the best method that I have ever used. So here, just to see, I am giving one number, 32. Okay, the same number which we used before. So 32, what do we want to do first? Just to split this number, 3 and 2. Okay, the first step is to find the square of the last digit. That is 2's square is what? 4. Next step is to multiply these two numbers. 3 into 2, 6. Then double it. Doubling numbers, that you should practice. Then you can improve. So 3 into 2, 6. Its double is 12. 12 for 12, you got to write only 2. 1 is remainder. Next, you want to write the square of next number, that is 3. 3's square is 9. 9 plus 1, 10. So this is the square of 32. So here you want to multiply that with 32 into 32, then only you will get the answer. But here, within 10 seconds, you can find answer for this. Okay, just to see any other number. Okay, 51. I am taking 51. Okay, so this number also splitting into 2. The last number 1. It's a square. What is square of 1? 1 number. Okay, then multiply these two. 5 into 1, 5. Okay, it's a double. 5's double is what? 10. So instead of 10, we are writing 0 and 1 remainder. Next step is to find the square of this next number. 5 square is 25. 25 plus 1, 26. This is the square of 51. Okay, any number you can practice this. Any number. So not only 2-digit number, 3-digit number also we can try. Okay, but some of the numbers square you want to know, and bigger numbers doubling also you want to know well. Okay, just to see that 112. So here how we will split this 3-digit number? There is no middle number. That means last digit we are separating. Okay, so the square of 2. First we want to do 2 2's are 4. Next step is 11 into 11 into 2. 11 into 2 is 22. Then double it. 22's double 44. 44 we are writing 4 and 4 as remainder. Then the square of 11. 11's square is 121. 121 plus 4, 125. You see, a bigger number. Without multiplying, we got answer. Okay, so practice this regularly. It is very easy. So two numbers, just split it. First you find the square of the last digit, then multiply both and double it right here. Okay, so the remainder can be written here. Then last digit, it's a square, and add this. You are getting this. Many numbers, you just practice this. Within 10 seconds, any numbers square you can find. This is the one of the important method, and you practice this.